Okay, that's fixed that problem, hopefully. It is still Friday. It is still December 27th. I've still been busy with the holidays, and we're still going to play Mass Effect. Let me... Alright. I believe I can hop into game here. And I believe I have it set up that directives from chat will actually appear on stream, if I did this correctly. I do see you there. We'll do a quick time sync check if you could say something in 3, 2, 1, mark. Alright, that's a second-ish. That's fine. So when last we left our heroes, we were investigating a struggling colony on the planet of Pharos that had been attacked by Geth for reasons that are somewhat unclear. And everyone was behaving a little bit oddly. Again, for reasons that were somewhat unclear. We did a bunch of side quests, solving people's problems with like food and water and so on. And now they said, okay, looks like the Geth were mostly interested in a set of Prothean ruins that the company that sent us out here was excavating, so why don't you go check that out? So that's what we're going to do, as soon as I remember which elevator is the correct one to take to get out there. This one.
Watch out! I don't know how much more I can take.
Okay. Remembering what buttons do what here. I've been shifting around between a bunch of different games lately. Oh, Geth dropship. A giant wasp thing.
The last batch went south. What are they looking for?
I'm picking up a comm signal. It's too weak to pinpoint, but there's definitely someone out.
Stupid tank.
More chatter, Commander Shepard. I still can't get a fix on the location.
Any sign of movement? Elizabeth could still be in there. It's only been a few days. She's my daughter. I'll wait as long as I have to.
Paying too much attention to the voiceover, not enough to the fact that there's more things shooting. One of these little... There we go. You can get out of your tank and go investigate. Thankfully, Geth aren't the brightest at knowing when they're standing next to a giant window. I think something about the way their network processor works, they're supposedly more intelligent the more of them there are in one place, so an isolated one is just kind of stupid. I don't think that's actually reflected in gameplay, but that's what the world building would say. You okay there, Garrus? Huh. Alright. Moving on.
Geth?
They must be close enough to see us.
They're around here somewhere.
Dealing with the Geth is more important.
Yes, but there's a convenient bunker here that is very obviously occupied by people who aren't Geth, so let's check this out first.
That's close enough.
Relax, Jong. They're obviously not Geth.
Get back, Juliana. Who are you? What do you want?
Commander Shepard, I'm here to remove your Geth problem.
You see? You worry too much.
And you trust too easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Phi Dan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
I said they were probably all dead.
They're surviving, but the Geth
They're only
really
mostly dead.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
Are we getting close to their base?
You're almost there. They're holed up in the Exogeny headquarters, just a bit further down the Skyway.
Those headquarters are private property, soldier. Remove the Geth and nothing else.
This guy is kind of a jerk.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
They shouldn't waste time poking around. We can do a proper accounting of our casualties after the Geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking about. She's still alive. I know it.
They really like playing the large corporations are evil
Where's your
card
daughter,
in this.
Juliana?
She was working in the Exogeny building when the attacks came.
Oh, yeah, there were several places she could hide. For a short time.
Do you know what the Geth are after?
I have no idea. We certainly haven't found anything of use. Something Exogeny is keen to remind us of.
We need to recoup our expenses. It's nothing personal.
Tell me about the colony.
We established ourselves here 4 years ago. Growth was steady until the attacks. Our biggest challenge has been the lack of resources. There's just so little here of value. Still, we were making a go of it. It was even starting to feel like home.
What brought you here?
I guess I thought this would be the start of a new life. I wanted to go where I could feel like I was making a difference. Instead, everything we built is destroyed. It's very hard not to lose hope.
How did you get split up from the Zoo's Hope colony?
Most of us lived closer to the Exogeny building. Zoo's Hope was mostly used as a port. When the Geth hit, we scattered. Until you told us about the others, we assumed they were killed in the first wave. If we had known they were still alive, we might have attempted to join them.
They're fairly secure now. Maybe you should do that.
No. I don't think that's a good idea. We have no vehicles, and the Skyway offers little protection.
Like the building we're in now?
Listen, our best hope is to sit tight and wait for company reinforcements. They'll come eventually.
What was the building used for?
Oh, yeah, we repurposed that structure to serve as headquarters for Exogeny. That's mostly offices with a number of light-duty R&D labs.
Exogeny is a master at repurposing anything and everything.
The company has to make a profit somehow, Juliana. Ferros is a long way from self-sufficient.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
Somewhere at the Exogeny headquarters, I hope.
Stay bunkered down until I find out what the Geth are after.
Of course. And please remember, if you see my daughter...
I was hoping you'd have a moment to speak with me. I've got a bit of a problem.
Everybody wants something. Hurry up about it.
Fair enough. I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job, but it pays well.
I'm listening.
Good. Good. Poking around in the ruins has become a bit too dangerous for me.
What is it about you that makes people assume we enjoy being in harm's way?
It's not that bad, really. All you need to do is find my console at Exogeny headquarters and drop the data onto this OSD. It's that simple.
This is literally on the way for what we're going to be doing anyway. Excuse me.
You're awfully quick to trust me with this.
Have you seen anyone else heading to Exogeny lately?
Silas, stop trying to knock over my microphone. Right now we're just retrieving his trade secrets. We're not necessarily doing anything. He just left some data behind on his desk, essentially.
I'll look around if I get the chance.
I appreciate it. That data could be worth a lot of money. Of course, this all depends on getting out of here alive.
Why work in the middle of nowhere if your skills are so useful?
Maybe I've got a bit of the frontier spirit in me. That, and the alternative is a bit too secure for my liking. Freelancers don't have to worry about security as much, so long as we keep a low profile.
Tell me about the data I'm getting for you.
Plans for a few prototype mods? I'm a freelancer. Some of my mods are highly sought after.
Alright, the graphics are blurrier
Time
than
to
they're
get
supposed to
moving.
be. I'm gonna see if I can fix
Just
that quick.
keep in mind what I said.
Yeah, the clothes are a lot blurrier than they're supposed to be. They still are. I wonder if that's a bug from when the resolution was screwed up earlier. Alright, moving on now that we know that this woman's daughter is potentially somewhere in the facility we're heading towards, and we have to pick up some files off this guy's desk. first we have to drive out of this parking ramp.
You asked for this. The Skyway's crawling with Geth. Package is secure. We're leaving now.
What?
Moving out.
What is this package of which you speak? Who are you? Oh, we're gonna need to clear out our inventory sooner or later. Soon here. You two were a great help.
Wait! Shut down the comm! We've got incoming Geth! Damn it! Shut down the comm!
Oh. I think that was this person. Too bad they didn't make it from whatever they were doing with something or other. Whatever they were after is probably in this box over here. A really boring machine gun. Go through my inventory real quick here. Deal with some of that later. These textures are really crappy. I don't know why. Where's my tank? There it is. Jammed by something, but we're almost where we're going, so like we're at where we're going. Can't drive through that gap, but we can shoot through it. Coming up here.
The Geth certainly don't waste time moving.
Resistance will be extremely heavy once we are inside.
Well, Tally, we're inside. To be fair, I did just take a rocket to the face. Actually, I think it missed.
Negative contact.
No, don't reload. That's the wrong game. Ah, it's a malfunctioning object. Well, that doesn't look ominous. Yep, there it goes.
Negative contact.
For creepy alien robots, the Geth are still kind of adorable.
We can't scratch this field. We need another way in.
Okay.
This looks like a one-way drop, Commander.
Would you make up your mind? Do you want another way in or not?
Damn it! I'm so sorry. I thought you were Geth, or one of those Baron.
You're safe now. But why were you here in the first place?
It's my own fault. Everyone else was running, and I stayed to back up data. Next thing I knew, the Geth ship latched on, and the power went out. I was trapped. I tried to get out, but the way was blocked.
We'll get you out as soon as we find out what the Geth are after.
It's not the Geth, it's the energy field they put up. They don't want anyone else getting access to the...
What?
I'm here for the Geth. It's very important that I find out what they're after.
I don't know for certain, but I'm guessing they're here for the Thorian.
Thorian? What is that exactly?
It's an indigenous life form. Exogeny was studying it.
Weren't they those crystal aliens from Star Trek? That's Tholian. Never mind.
What else can you tell me? Do you know where I can find this Thorian?
I might be able to, but not with those Geth crawling around everywhere. Look, we need to get out of here, past that field.
Any suggestions?
No, not exactly. But I think the Geth ship is powering it. I've noticed the Geth laying power cables everywhere. You could follow those cables, but there's Geth all over the place.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a research assistant for Exogeny. I came here with my mother. I don't even know if she made it out alive.
She's with some others from the colony. She's safe for now.
She's alive? Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one left. Please, Commander, just get that field down so I can see my mother again.
Tell me what you know about the Thorian.
I really don't know that much about it. I think it's some kind of plant being. I know it's very old. Thousands of years even.
Why do you think the Geth would be interested in the Thorian?
It's just a plant. I don't know why the Geth would care. Exogeny was studying it, but I don't think they found anything special.
You stay put. I'll go open some doors.
Oh, here, take my ID. This should get you past any locked doors. Good luck with that field.
that space doggy. Lizard thing. Okay, I admit it's been a while since I've played this part of the game, so I might get a little lost here. I think it's fairly linear, but we'll try to hit all the important bits. That's where we came in. Map. Map! Okay, yeah. This should be the next step.
Stupid machine! Access encrypted files. No, I don't want to review protocol.
What would you like me to underline?
I am unable to comply. Please contact your supervisor.
Damn it! Tell me what I want or I'll blast your virtual ass into actual dust!
Please contact your supervisor for a level 4 security exemption, or make an appointment with...
Stupid machine!
If there is nothing else, please step aside. There is a queue forming behind you for the use of this console. Exogeny Corporation reminds all staff that the discharge
he hit me with a
from weapons
biotic
on
spell
company
through the
property is
corner of the
strictly
wall.
forbidden.
It should not have
Welcome
happened,
back,
but...
Research Assistant Elizabeth Bainham. What can I do for you?
This game is a little buggy.
What information was the last user attempting to access?
Fetching data. The previous user was attempting to access details on the study of subject species 37, the Thorian.
Tell me everything you told the Krogan.
I was unable to provide the previous user with any relevant data. Aside from lacking proper access, there has been no new data available on Species 37. All sensors monitoring the observation post at Zoo's Hope have been inactive for several cycles.
Zoo's Hope was the colony where everyone was acting a little bit strangely.
What does Zoo's Hope have to do with the Thorian?
Species 37 is located within the substructure of the Zoo's Hope outpost.
Tell me everything you know about the Thorian.
The Thorian is a simple plant life form that exhibits a sentient behavior uncommon with other flora. Through dispersion and the eventual inhalation of spores, it can affect and control other organisms, including humans. The Zoo's Hope control group has yielded interesting results. Before sensors went offline, almost 85% of all test subjects were infected.
Yeah.
Are you saying Exogeny knew its people were getting infected?
It was deemed necessary to assess the true potential of Species 37.
No wonder they were behaving so strangely.
Your pilot should be warned.
Joker! Come in, Joker! Damn it! That field's blocking us.
We need to drop that field and get back to Zoo's Hope.
VI, what can you tell me about the Geth ship and the field it's generating?
I have limited data on the Geth. They have effectively blocked all sensors within the facility. I have detected unusual power fluctuations, but am unable to determine the source.
What do you know about the Geth?
I have no specifics on the Geth as they relate to this facility. All sensors have been purposely decommissioned since their arrival.
I want to know about Exogeny Corporation.
Exogeny Corporation is at the forefront of human expansion in the new galactic economy, funding colonial development and securing resource rights to ensure our progress as a species. Further inquiries regarding company policy may be directed to Consumer Information Services during regular business hours.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Who's in charge here? Who organized the research?
All decisions about local resource analysis and acquisition are made by on-site management, deferring to the board of directors only when seasonal quotas are missed or exceeded. Individual employee records are confidential.
Tell me about the Thorian.
Species 37 was discovered several weeks ago when a small team was infected with spores while examining ruins near the Zoo's Hope outpost. The outpost was quarantined immediately, and study of the infection began. Within 21 days, 58% of colonists exhibited altered behavior. Within 28 days, 85%.
What's the size of this thing?
The Thorian appears to be a diffused creature. Its cognitive abilities are centered in large nerve bundles, but it receives data from kilometers of meandering tendrils. We have discovered bundles approximately 1 meter in diameter, but these seem insufficient to coordinate the massive sensory potential it possesses. It may simply process such stimulation slowly, or perhaps there is a nerve cluster of a greater magnitude we have not yet encountered.
Translation? Big.
Is it intelligent? Can I reason with it?
The Thorian does not exhibit the focused behavior of a predator. The release of spores is an act of survival, not aggression. It does trigger advanced behaviors in the humans it enslaves, but we have yet to discover whether it recognizes or is capable of recognizing humans as more than tools. It is sufficiently alien as to defy classification at this time.
Do you know how the creature controls its slaves?
The will subversion manifests as intense pain if directives are ignored. The effect is severe enough that subjects are soon conditioned against even minor thoughts of rebellion. Observation suggests the Thorian views its thralls in a utilitarian way. Care is apparently taken to avoid injuring them, much as a craftsman avoids damaging his tools. As long as no action is taken against the creature's objectives, the subjects are free to pantomime a normal existence until specifically tasked with something.
Well, that's creepy.
Where's the center of this thing?
The Thorian is present as a weave of tendrils across much of the lower surface of Pharos. Observation of enslaved subjects suggests there may be key clusters that are tended by thralls. Unfortunately, direct observation of species 37 is limited, or non-existent.
Please access my personal files.
Elizabeth Bainham, Research Assistant, Biomedical Division, Security Level 4 exemption. You are currently under probation due to disagreements with management over established company policy. These sanctions may be lifted if your next evaluation is more agreeable.
What triggered the probation?
You were marked as combative about the operations of the Zoo's Hope project, specifically regarding the handling of the infected colonists. As a result, you were tasked with monitoring the safety of the colonists for the duration of the observation.
So she knew more than she told us, but was against the creepy plant being doing its thing, but still didn't tell us about it. I think that's everything.
That's enough for now.
Going to standby mode.
I got turned around again. I think we came up these stairs. Yep, okay. That was easy.
The Geth use these claws to anchor their ships to the sides of buildings.
The Geth don't waste much finessing their landings. How do we cut the power if it's coming from the ship?
It will be difficult. We can check the other claws for weaknesses, but the Geth are very thorough.
Whoa. Okay, I really have to clean out my inventory here. Sorry, this will take a minute or two here. Let's get rid of every 4 that I have. Alright, hopefully that'll leave me enough space to work with for the rest of this mission, and we can sell some stuff when we get out. Getting jammed again. Who shot that? Was that you, Garrus? Well done, son. Couple of different ways to go here, I think. Unless...
deploy.
All clear.
Krogan in this game, you have to keep shooting it while they're down because they have this regenerative thing that kicks in the first time you kill them. They're like triply redundant organ systems or something. Here's that dude's computer. Got the stuff. Hooray. That was easy. Dead end. Come on. Is this also a dead end? No. Just exit was hiding. Is that everyone? Oh no, there's more on the other side of this thing here. Test samples were due to arrive 3 days ago, but we haven't heard anything from the colony or the cargo vessel. We suspect the samples became volatile and recommend cutting off all further contact with the Noda Crux colony. Even if the colony is discovered, no one should be able to trace the events there back to us. I smell a side quest.
Same as before. We don't have the ordnance to blow this claw. Let's keep looking.
Soundtrack? Is there something you're trying to tell us? Garrus, why aren't you using your sniper rifle? Oops. Garrus is over here.
This is interesting, Commander Shepard. A containment lab of some kind.
It may be helpful. If we can dislodge even one claw, the ship may fall.
The claw! According to data retrieved from this console, the Geth are preparing for a major offensive in Citadel space. If this information is accurate, they're amassing a significant force somewhere in the Armstrong Nebula. I smell another side quest. I don't trust this Cerberus group. They may pay us well, but if this gets out before we've developed an antidote, it's just not smart. They won't tell us what they want the samples for or why they wanted them delivered to the Metano system. My records show nothing of interest out there. So many side quests. repair ticket. The door to the shuttle bay is fried. Works fine if the PSI is 30 or lower. Safety shutoff kicks in if the PSI gets above 34, but if it's in the 31 to 34 zone, the door slams down with enough power to shear through a metal I-beam. That sounds promising. Okay, numbers that add up to something between 31 and 34. Let's see, 17. 17 and 11 is 28, and 5 is 33. That should do it. Math! Stay in school, kids. It's a good thing that ship didn't have engines or anything.
Very good. The field barring the exit will be down. Now we can go deal with the Storian creature. I hope that ship was full of those Geth bastards.
Keep your guard up. There still might be a few Geth inside the base.
I repeat, Normandy to shore party. Are you reading? Anyone there? Normandy to shore party. Come on, Commander, talk to me.
Is that you, Joker? What's going on over there?
We're in lockdown here, Commander. Something happened to the colonists. They're banging on the hull, trying to claw their way inside the ship. They're freaking out.
They can't do any real damage. We're on our way back. Just hold your position.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just wait right here for you, Commander.
This place will be crawling with Geth in a minute. Keep together and we'll get out of here in one piece.
Okay, there is one more plot point I think I need to hit in here. Unless it's in a different side quest location, but I think it's here. I'm gonna check something on my phone real quick to make sure I'm not missing something here. It's not something you want to miss. Okay, never mind. It's not here. It's part of a side quest. Never mind. So much stuff busying up my inventory. They moved away from that style of inventory system in the subsequent games, which makes my life a lot easier. Where am I going again? I'm lost. Crap. Sorry. This way. This whole area is so brown, it's easy to lose track of where you're going.
There you are. We should get out of here. I don't think this place is safe.
I need some answers. You knew more about the Thorian than you let on.
I was afraid. I wanted to stop the tests, but they threatened me. Told me I'd be next. When the Geth attacked, I stayed behind to send a message to Colonial Affairs. I tried to tell them where to find the Thorian, but the power cut before I could send the message. I never meant for this to happen.
Where's the Thorian?
The Thorian is underneath Zoo's Hope, but the entrance is blocked. The colonists covered it with the freighter just before the Geth attacked.
But why are the Geth after the Thorian? What could Saren want with it?
Well, it does have unique mind control capabilities. That's what Exogeny was interested in.
Normandy to shore party, come in.
What is it, Joker?
We're getting a lot of Geth comm chatter. Looks like they're headed your way.
Thanks for the heads up, Joker. You heard the man. Let's move out.
I'm coming with you. I might be able to help. Undo the mess I helped create.
And back through the parking garage, once again filled with Geth.
Is there anyone picking this up?
Get away from the radio!
What was that all about?
This is Juliana Bainham of Pharaoh's Colony. Please, help us.
That's my mom! Stop! Stop the rover!
If you'd skipped past this earlier, this would sort of force you to stop and investigate.
You can't do this, Jong.
Everyone shut up! Let me think.
What's going on?
You won't get away with this.
Get her out of here!
Get away from her, you son of a bitch!
Lisbeth!
Damn it! Come out where I can see you! All of you! Shepard. Damn it. I knew it was too much to hope the Geth would kill you. I found some interesting facts about you in the Exogeny database. I know what happened on Akuz. This doesn't have to end like that.
We can talk this out. Nobody needs to get hurt.
You don't understand. It's not that easy. Communications are back up. Exogeny wants this place purged.
This is a human colony, Jong. You can't just repurpose us.
It's not just you. There's something here far more valuable than a few colonists.
I don't know. Answers toward the top of the ring tend to be more Paragon/friendly. Answers toward the bottom tend to be more Renegade/angry. But that's not necessarily always the case, and it's up to you.
You're after the one unique thing Pharos has, the Thorian.
The what?
It's a telepathic life form living under Zeus Hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't get away with this, Jong.
So you keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
Oh crap, we're locked out of the persuade option for some reason. And my tablet just went ding for some reason.
You've gone way too far. This ends now.
If that's the way it has to be, heck, come on, come on!
As if we don't have enough problems. Now we're shooting each other in the back.
Technically
It's my
shot him in the
fault.
front.
I knew what was going on, and I didn't do anything.
Don't you start. You do good work, and you know it. So what now, Commander?
I need to find out why the Geth are after the Thorian.
The colonists won't let you near the Thorian. They die first. They're under its control.
What else am I supposed to do?
There's gotta be another way.
I think there is. You could safely use a nerve agent to neutralize the colonists.
Like a gas grenade.
Releasing clouds of nerve gas doesn't seem like a particularly good idea.
It's not like it's weapons grade. The insecticide we use in the grow labs contains trace amounts of tetraclopine, a neuromuscular degenerator. If their nervous systems are already weakened, it may act as a paralyzing agent.
We might be able to adapt a concussion grenade to deploy it.
Sounds good. I'll do what I can.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Commander.
We'll stay out of your way until you clear a path. Good luck.
Anti-thorian gas. Anti-thorian gas, equip. There we go. Okay, do we want to take on the Thorian yet tonight? It'll be another half hour-ish. If our rank in Paragon had been higher, we could have persuaded him to stand down. However, I think you've been taking a little bit too much middle of the road for that to be the case. But it's not a long-ranging plot issue, I would have told you if it was. Should talk to this guy, though.
Any luck finding my workstation out in the ruins?
I managed to find the data and transfer it to your OSD.
That's very good news indeed. Thank you.
I was there anyway. It was the least I could do.
Well, I appreciate it. Here, you've certainly earned this. Thanks again, Commander.
Okay, so like I said, this is a potential breakpoint, or we could finish off this entire quest line and deal with the Thorian. It's another about a half hour. Okay, next question: how careful do you want me to be about keeping the civilians alive? I know I've in the past I've been able to do this with gassing everyone successfully so nobody dies. It's a little on the tricky side, and there's some like expedience versus, you know, that sort of thing. Just how do you want me to play it? Okay, I will do my best then. I'll make a save before I go into the colony, too, just in case something goes pear-shaped. It's been a while since I've done this segment. And the grenade mechanics are a little bit funky. But first, more Geth. Always more Geth. So many Geth. Here's about where we want to save. And what's my grenade button again? Controls. R. Oh, right, that's why I need to be careful not to reload, because it's not reload, it's grenade. Creepers don't matter. They're just plant constructs.
It certainly wasn't human.
No hitting the colonists, even if the Thorian makes them fire on us. That's what the gas grenades are for.
Very well, Commander. Let's go.
Alright, 16 colonists alive. We can do this. still 16 up. We're still good.
Perimeter secure.
Still 16 up, still good.
They're definitely protecting the ship. We've got to move one of those cargo pods.
Okay, good. That was a grenade refill. Oops, accidentally tossed an extra one there. That's unfortunate. Still 16 up, still good. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm just keep double checking here. Creepers to come over here, and then I can gas the colonists where they are. Heard of Plants vs. Zombies? This is Plants and Zombies.
There's the target, Commander. Can you make sense of the controls?
Why is my grenade button not doing anything? Am I out? I am. Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna backtrack and see if I can pick up some more here. Hopefully there's another box that I missed. If not, I have to reload. And be more sparing with my grenades. Okay, looks like I have to reload. That's okay. Alright. 6 grenades.
Hold the line!
Again, trying to lure the creepers to me so I don't accidentally hit colonists with some stray shots here.
They're definitely protecting the ship. We've got to move one of those cargo pods.
That one dodged. Not cool. Alright, so I've got 3 left and a box here that'll refill. So I'm not going to refill until we've taken to actually run out this time. Ah, I lost a colonist. Shoot. gonna do this. But I'm gonna make my teammates switch to crappy weapons so that they don't accidentally kill all the colonists that I'm trying to keep alive.
They're definitely protecting the ship.
Alright. I can't quick save. I can't save at all right now. Shoot. Alright, that's okay. This is okay. We're okay. It would actually be a little bit easier if my squad mates got killed. Which is a terrible thing to say, but still true. Okay, one grenade left, but I've got a refill behind me. There we go. Got my squad mates killed successfully. Okay. Just need to grenade the last couple of colonists, and we should be set. Go back and refill. Back up to 5. This should be enough to take care of everybody else. Try and cluster them up, but it shouldn't even be necessary. Yeah, there's only one left. Not gassed. There, okay. Now we can operate the controls and actually get down to where the nerve cluster of the Thorian is. And don't have to worry about gas grenades anymore.
I tried to fight it, but it gets in your head. You can't imagine the pain. I was supposed to be their leader. These people trusted me. It wants me to stop you, but I won't. I won't!
Nothing we could have done about that, unfortunately. Alright, let's switch my team back to their real equipment. And descend into the bowels of the planet. Yep, and for saving all the colonists, we get 32 Paragon points. Which does remind me, I should probably level up my squad. Yeah, we should now no longer have any trouble with persuade checks.
Alright, we just need to find this creature and determine what it... Kira, what is that?
That does not look like any plant I've ever seen. This may be... problematic.
Invaders, your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelers appraise you as meat, good only to dig or decompose. I speak for the old growth as I did for Saren. You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe.
Aww.
You gave something to Saren. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
I won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now.
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry. Your lives are short, but have gone on too long. Your blood... You must die! You must die!
Okay, we're gonna need to repeat this process several more times. Is that not the thing I have to shoot? Where's the thing I have to shoot? There's a thing I have to shoot somewhere. Oh, it's not the pink blobs, it's the pink tentacles, of course.
We've stung it, I'm sure of that. We need to find more of these things.
Find tentacle, shoot tentacle, deal with cloned creepers and Asari. Repeat process approximately 7 times. Just knock me down. step back and regenerate my health from whatever the heck that was. I have something installed in my armor that speeds my health regeneration, fortunately. I'm just gonna stand here for a little bit. What's the medkit button? F? Yes. Okay, there we go. Hey, more medkits. Or no, this is just a blocker. Yes, the Thorian is cloning Asari. We don't know why or how at the moment. No, my equipment is still tooled for fighting the Geth. I should switch it set up for fighting organics. So much crap. Garrus, your sniper rifle's not going to do a ton in these close quarters. Let's switch you up. Moving on. I can see them on my radar, but they're either a floor above or a floor below me. Above looks like... maybe? There they are. The Asari is up and about again somewhere. Unfortunately, you only ever have to fight one Asari at a time, wherever it is she went this time. Oh, there she was.
Area secured.
Thank you. Alright, bunch of dormant things that I'm sure will wake up as soon as I start shooting this. I hate it when I'm right. each wave it's not on a timer, it's purely plot based, so if I need to stop and take a break or whatever, we have plenty of time to do that. The sequence is not exactly difficult, it's just time-consuming. Keeping the colonists alive was the hard part. Whoever did the sound design for the Thorian did a pretty darn good job. It's gooey and creepy. Now which way? Drop down here? Yes. This is all pretty linear. I don't like walking past dormant creepers, but you can't hurt them until they actually wake up. There's still one on my radar somewhere. There it is. Too far away to get a good shot at it? There we go.
I'm free. I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
Is everything all right? Are you hurt?
I am fine, or I will be, in time. My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Venezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Saren, but in the end, her plan backfired.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Saren's pretty quick to betray his own people.
He was quick to betray the Thorian, too. After he had what he wanted, he ordered the Geth to destroy all evidence of its existence. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
So the Thorian taught Saren to think like a Prothean. How?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory. A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
I need that knowledge to stop Saren.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity. I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are a part of you now.
What was that? Commander Shepard, are you all right?
She messed up my mind.
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
We should get you back to the ship, Commander. Medical needs to know about this.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
Do you know what the conduit is, or where it is?
No, I'm sorry. All I know is that Saren believes the conduit was the key to the Prothean extinction.
Then whatever it is, we cannot let him have it.
You have the cipher. In time, your visions will clear. They will lead you to the conduit. I only pray you find it before Saren does.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it. But I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I am grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
What else can you tell me about Saren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous, but I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
Now that you're free of the Thorian, what are you planning to do next?
I'm going to
If you
Disney
allow it,
World.
I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
You did it. With the Thorian gone, we can start rebuilding for ourselves again. And we're free of Exogeni's threats. We're back to being just a little nowhere colony. Thank you, Commander.
Thanks again. It will be very valuable once I get out of here.
How many side quests I still had to do? Huh. I may have missed a couple of things here, and that's fine. We don't really need to bother with them. Do we want to do the post-mission debrief now? Okay.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
And that's why we needed to recruit Liara.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw, you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
I don't know. I don't think it's hostile, but I'm not sure.
You sure it was the joining? I feel fine.
Your role in our communion is passive. I am the one who must submerge myself in your mind, drown myself in your thoughts. It is more difficult than it looks. The human subconscious instinctively resists the joining, Commander. A strong personality like yours makes it even harder.
Plus, she's like a teenager or something. A 90-something-year-old teenager. Maybe she's supposed to be like in her early 20s, I'm not sure. But I mean...
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
I don't know, do you want to talk to the Council? They are the ones who sent us off on this mission, but they're also kind of jerks.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander,
ExoGeni should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Pretty much no matter what you do, they twist it to be mad at you.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Alright, so the next step would normally be to make the rounds and talk to everybody. All the main characters. Do we want to do that yet tonight? Oh, what is that from? Ah, okay.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Pretty sure these are ones we've covered.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
I guess those did update through the course of the game. So this is kind of new.
Are you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
I love that album.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
There was one conversation path
I get the feeling you want to ask me something,
if you want to let's talk. That option sort of went away after a while.
I like talking with you, Liara. No matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard. Very patient. I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
I just wanted to talk.
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
It sounds amazing. Are you saying...
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so... reserved. The Union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
I am only 106.
There we go.
Barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it. Not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
I'm pretty sure that did not, like, torpedo any chance at the relationship or whatever. I think that's just more develops later as the plot commences. I think. It's been a while since I've done this particular bit of dialogue. But I think I can confirm that.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Let me look this up real quick, actually. And that's why I saved before coming in here. Ah. Hi, Silas. All right, I think it's okay. I'm not 100% sure. Cattail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more. I mean, I know there's more stuff that'll happen after main plot quests occur. And yeah, it's not like he rejected her or anything, so I think that is still on the table for later. Silas. Yeah, I don't... The doctor doesn't always update after every mission, but we'll see. Where'd she go?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Yeah, I think this is the same stuff. Excuse me.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, it's mostly the main 6 party members that update after every mission.
Anything you need, Commander?
I think it's just his personal opinion on the missions.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the thorium.
Paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
I don't remember who Vernus is. I think he was a hard-ass trainer at the biotic boot camp that Kaidan attended, but I'm not certain. It's been too long since the last time we talked to him.
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged on graduation day.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian.
Oh, that's right. He was a Turian instructor at the...
I mean, it's only been 26
at the
years
biotic
since first
camp.
contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. But it was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard.
What?
Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Been a while since I've investigated Kaidan's backstory. Yeesh. Some Ender's Game shit right there.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Well, I'm not sure about me either. We've had way too much stuff shoved into our minds since we started this mission. Alright, everybody else is downstairs. Excuse me.
Shepard.
So you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
Do you ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
I believe Extinction and Genophage are the ones that have always been here that we have talked about. I think Family and Mercenary are new. I think.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
I already told you, Shepard. I promised to find my family's armor. Other than that, there's nothing left for me there.
That's an outstanding side quest we haven't finished yet.
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight. I've tried more organized fighting, private armies and such, but it gets too messy. I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
That's probably about all we're getting out of him on this trip. Probably.
So long, Rex.
Shepard. Shepard.
I think he would have been born about the time Columbus was sailing for the Americas. Did I do the math correctly?
Commander?
I have no idea what the difference between these two options are.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Kaidan in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
This game was published before the American policy of Don't Ask, Don't Tell was rescinded. And fraternization between a non-com and a lieutenant would be pretty frowned upon regardless. But although they're probably not direct reports, it's still kind of... And Ashley's pretty by the numbers in terms of military regs. So I get the feeling that while she may be interested, she would not act on it. Yeah, well, there is that too. Shepard does not have a lot of does not necessarily have a lot of respect for military hierarchy and tradition. going around asking personal questions of everyone. Excuse me. Yeah, her family's pretty interesting.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
Huh? Oop. My winter timer told me it's probably time for bed soon, so I think after this dialogue, it'd be time to call it a night. We can pick up Tali and Garrus next time.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't learn. Abby decided to... They do great things to her figure, though.
No worries.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Keep an eye on those two, because that could very easily turn into a weird, dysfunctional relationship in many different ways. I say to a computer game that came out 10 years ago, but, you know.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Really? I'll take your word on that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not actually going to take it. I assume you're explaining what the reference is. That does sound like a Whedonism.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
It is implied that by the time these games came out, or by the time these games are set, atheism has become more the norm, especially with encountering other species. So that's what her sort of quasi-persecution complex thing is here.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
So yeah, Ashley has kind of surprising depths. And we will pick up Garrus and Tally next time, because it's getting late, I'm getting tired, and my lights switched off. Probably in the somewhere in the interim, I will try and fix the problem with the textures and clear out our inventory and upgrade our equipment to some extent. So that's Pharos. So there is one more main quest on Virmire remaining, where we received a distress signal, but it was too garbled to know anything that was going on, just the fact that there was a distress signal from a covert ops team that was investigating what Saren was up to. And then a bunch of side quests. The ones for the party members, we have one for Rex regaining his father's armor, and we have one for Garrus that involves tracking down the fugitive who got away and was doing something strange with organ transplants. Yeah, Kaidan and Ashley don't have side quests, and Tallies we will stumble across as we do something else. And then there's one chunk of DLC content that's basically another like full plot arc quest, another probably a couple hours of gameplay. So there's a good 10 hours of mainline quest content left, and then another 10 to 15 of side quest stuff. But for now, I think it's time to take a break for the night. Excuse me, I gotta get some sleep. So I will see y'all next time. Let's see, when would... Busy this weekend and then holidays. I'm not going to be able to enter the randomizer race because I will be busy with other things on Sundays, probably for the next 2 months, unfortunately. So hopefully the League of Legends ranked season will start soon and I can start streaming that on weeknights. Because I don't like to stream League on weekends because just quality players is too all over the place. But we'll see. So have a good evening, and I will see you next time.